Chance whatsoever that your analysts were impacted or influenced by their own personal political views about what said?
I do not believe so, sir.
All right. With respect to the press report, seems to dominate much of the. And again, analytical work is art, not science. Would the analysts have been able to tell that the press reports were or were not a daisy chain of one person reporting it and then a series of subsequent press reports, and so that your sheer volume looked like a big deal, but it was one person's misinformation?
That's something they would look at. I don't know what the exact facts are in this case, but that is certainly something that they think about when they're looking at press reports.
So the weight, as Mr. Miller talked about, the weight of evidence to change had to, over the station chief, the emails that I've read, he's more direct than what you said in terms of it being an attack. The weight of evidence in this instance was unable to overcome the other biases in terms of pride of decision making in the weight of press reports. Is that an unfair statement?
It's a fair statement. The analysts stuck with their judgment.
All right. When you got the information, I think you said from your assistant or someone, that State Department was pushing back on the talking points. Ms. Nyland said that leadership is concerned about the warning language. She said, my building leadership. Who's she talking about?
I don't know, sir. You have to ask her.
Okay. Where is she in the food chain? How much further up the top of the building does it get? Any idea?
She was, I believe, you're talking about Ms. Newland, right?
Right.
So she was a spokesperson for the department at the time. I don't know what the chain of command is above her.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Morell, this is probably an unfair question to make, but there's an awful lot of comments being made in the press about your post-government service employment and the fact that a bunch of guys named Michael are involved somehow. I'm not sure how that falls into the conspiracy, but would you speak to us about what role, if any, discussions about your post-government service, distinguished government service, by the way, played in your in the job that you now have and supervisory, whatever they may go on? Some comments about that for us.
Sure, be happy to. So my first discussions with Beacon Global Strategies about going to work for them began in November, some 4 months after I left the job.
November of
2013.
13. Okay.
Some 4 months after I left the job. I was attracted to going to work at Beacon because I admired the 4 principals there. It is absolutely true. I think they are terrific public servants, and they turns out they're terrific businessmen too. It is absolutely true that 3